This is the view from underneath the apartment. This is actually the Merrimack River. And you can see this is the end of the metro, the Boston Metro transit system. You can take this anywhere. You can go up to Portland, Maine. You can be to Logan Airport in about an hour. And if you can see way down there, that's the bridge that connects Haverhill to Bradford. And if you took that just about another 2 miles following the river, that's where my local turf is. It takes about 10 minutes on bike to get to the turf. A really neat thing is this river walk down here. Why don't you guys come check it out? What's up, guys? This is the boardwalk area. What you can see is this boardwalk goes all the way down through downtown Haverhill, and there's a bunch of really cool little mom and pop restaurants and microbreweries. Right there is the Tap, which is probably the most famous restaurant in town. They brew their own beer, really good food, good salads. This is actually a second floor apartment, so I can look out the window, I can see the river, and it gets loud sometimes because, you know, when people are beeping at each other, you can see there's a traffic stop here. So I have to close the windows at night. So like I said, it's only on the second floor, so I always take the stairs. Come on up. You can actually see the road from right here. Hey, come on in. This is the spot. This is the crib. It's a studio apartment, so we've only got this open space, the bedroom, the office, the workout space, and behind you, you'll find the kitchen, and we've got one bathroom and 2 closets. So I'm trying to keep this place as simple as possible, so I opted not to get a bookshelf. I just put all my books right here. A couple books, you know, we got anatomy books. Netter's definitely my favorite anatomy book. We've got the NSCA text, the NASM text. We've got Zatsky-Orsky. We've got Sif. We've got Boyle. A couple game-changing books for me. I would say definitely Coach Boyle's books. Coach is just one of the most progressive thinkers of our lifetime. All you guys that are into the speed and agility stuff, you got to have Ian Jeffrey's book right here. It's called Game Speed. This is absolutely game changer for me. As far as the self-help stuff, I would say the Warrior Mind. This is a really, really cool book recommended to me by Jed Smith. Brian Tracy's Goals. I mean, that's a classic. Lots of cool books here. You know, hiking. The White Mountains is actually 2 hours north from here. I can hop on the highway and be in the White Mountains in no time at all, which is awesome. So I've been trying to scratch off these hikes when I get a chance. So if you guys come over this way, this is the office area. And what you'll notice is I had very, very bad luck last week. I got poison ivy. I broke my computer because I had some cords hanging off and I clipped them and it fell. And the reason I'm wearing this hat is not because it's cold outside. It's because, should I show them? Why would you do that? This is what's called a bad haircut. So I'm wearing this hat for a little while. But over here in the office, you can see I recently got the YouTube partnership, which is cool. And I want to start doing. I love to teach. I was born to teach, and the whiteboards are awesome. So I've got one whiteboard there and one behind you, and I'm going to try to start doing more lessons on YouTube, kind of go through, maybe start with the NSCA text, go through the difference between what is volume, what is intensity, kind of work our way up and kind of develop an online curriculum, if you will. So that's something I'm working on. I love to think about, you know, don't let the forest grow over the path you came here by. So I've got all the kind of memories of who I am in discs. You'll notice this is the first team, Salisbury Buzz. This is where I got into strength and conditioning, so that's my main jersey here. And there's a couple highlights. You and I, this is the first, actually, that's the first Morrill Performance jersey. I actually taught an Ultimate Frisbee class at the University of Northern Iowa, and we made Panther Ultimate 2010. Super fun PU class. Brody Smith, one of my favorite Probably most fun athlete to work with. Good athlete, good guy. Newfoundland, Jersey, Santo Domingo. We did the U.S. Open earlier this year. Kibo and Rook, Jackson Jill, Westside Barbell. We've got Brute Squad, and then Terry actually made me that tie-dye. My auntie Terry up in Maine made me that tie-dye shirt. So if you guys come to this open space area here, you'll notice we're actually getting ready to take off this week. Tomorrow, actually, for the Brown University Clinic. So we've got the brand new Brower timing system, which is awesome. I've been saving up for this for a really long time, and we can finally time stuff. We can do, tomorrow we're going to do 40s, 10s, we're going to do serpentines, 300 shuttles, we're going to do an MTA, and we're going to do max push-ups and max pull-ups for the initial pre-testing with the Brown intervention. We've got the AirX pads, and this is just good for different stretches. Sometimes when I'm working at the desk, I'll kneel on it and do this, or we'll go tall kneeling, or we can use them for different stretches, adductor rocks, whatever we want to do. We've got the foam rollers, the rumble roller, and the Perform Better roller. Just before I moved in here, my cousin Michael moved to San Diego, and he hooked me up with his bike, and I'm so excited because there's tons of trails all along here, and I actually went yesterday and got some flashers and just a couple safety items, these things, just so that I don't get hit by a car at night, because I actually ride it to and from one of my jobs. We've got the kettlebells. Been working, actually want to show you guys a new exercise. Been working, we got to think, one, we got to pack our neck, we got to get tight, and then we're going to go pinky curl. So you can see this is a little heavy for me, but we're going to and that's the new exercise. So this is the bed. This is where the magic happens, in the sense that, boom, magic. It goes into a futon. So that's kind of cool. Sleeping on the futon. This is my nightly reading. I'm working on right now the 1 Minute Manager, Inside Out Coaching. This is it's a deep book. I think I'm going to save the bulk of it for when I got some time to reflect. I definitely go through different periods of reflection and then crush it. And I think that's important. I think having a big action period. Here's my plan. I'm going to do this, this, and this. And then I'm going to reflect on it and think about why I am the way I am and what worked and what did not work. So I think I'm going to save this book, but it's real cool. It talks about the difference between transactional coaches and transformational coaches. And I know that I'm meant to be a transformational coach. I'm meant to change lives, and I think that's why I'm here. So this is going to be a cool book that's going to help me with that. Frommer's Australia, going to Australia later this year, so I've been working on getting through this, thinking about what I want to do. Unfortunately, I've only got 2 weeks out there, and just reading the first couple pages in this book, I think I probably should have made it 2 years, but I'll make do. And then Maddie actually just gave me this book back. This is Crush It, and this is what I read when I first, this was only last year that I made the Moral Performance Facebook page, and this book by Gary Vaynerchuk completely inspired me to do it. And I let a bunch of people borrow it, and I finally just got it back, and I'm going through it and reading it. So you got to read this book. Crush It is hands down the most influential book for me in the past 2 years. So moving on, we'll see the skateboards. I've had the skateboard since high school. I have probably I've changed the trucks, I've changed out the bearings. You could see this thing has been through a lot, but it's like, it's just like your favorite pair of shoes. I've got an intimate connection with it. I can ride this thing. It knows me and I know it, and I'll always have this board. And then this is another Sector 9 that it doesn't have a whole lot of flex, and it's a cool board, but I don't really use it all that much unless I have friends that want to go skate. And I actually try to not skate quite as much because it's kind of what's contributed to a lot of asymmetry in my body. So as we move into the kitchen, coffee is the love of my life. And you'll see I am a big, marketing gets me. I'm a sucker for marketing, and you'll see things like this. Like, I was at Whole Foods the other day, and I'm looking at all the Allegro coffees, and this one says Veil Blend. It says, this rich blend was created to entice even the most dedicated skiers off the mountain. And I'm like, I gotta have the Veil Blend. And then this is kind of funny. I actually ordered these little Keurig cups. This one's called a Rev, and it's kind of ridiculous. It actually doesn't taste that good, but I'm just a sucker for marketing. It says, supercharge your day without the extra calories. Take a bold move forward. Launch into life with Rev. So I drink this stuff, and I launch into life because it ignites your senses. So the Keurig machine is awesome. We've got the planner. I got this at Target, kind of cool, bright colors. You know, I love bright colors, and I was actually reading there's some research that people who wear white and bright colors as opposed to dark, dreary colors are happier. So I am very, very, very bright. I've always been into bright things, and I think that's just, it's a more optimistic thing to do. And speaking of bright, my mom actually just sent me these 2 knives, and I made salad and cut cantaloupe last night, and how cool are these? They're I know that they're the sharpest knives in the world, and I know that because they're made in Switzerland. That's Switzerland's where they're cranking out the sharpest knives in the world. There's no doubt about that. So as far as food, I like to shop at Whole Foods when I can afford it, and go organic when I can. I go to Whole Foods probably twice a week only to get the deals. I won't really buy anything unless it's on sale. So up here in the cupboard, you guys will see we've got, you know, chia seeds, yerba mate, different kinds of soup, for, you know, the chicken from Trader Joe's, black beans, we've got granola, Picasso's, we've got protein powder, pretty much everything we need, nuts, bulk cashews. These, you can buy 10 pounds of California almonds, 10 1-pound bags for $50 on Amazon. I mean, this is just a game-changing deal. Oh, these are really cool too. These greens bars, really good. So the refrigerator is full. Went shopping last night, and you know, a couple things. You know, try to, when I have the time, to make you know, stuff ahead of time. So this is a salad that I cut up last night with 2 lids on it for some reason. But we got tomatoes, onions, mushrooms, and field greens. I like the kefir. My old roommate Zach Gardner out in Iowa turned me on to these. I like hummus. I used to make hummus. I should probably start doing that again. The Greek yogurts. We probably go through about 6 to 12 eggs a day. The field greens on sale at Whole Foods. The green tea. So one of my favorite drinks is to mix kombucha and this drink, and you mix those 2 together, and it's just absolutely delicious. If you're not drinking kombucha, that's okay, because it's really expensive, and I don't really know if it does anything for you, but it makes me feel really good. So you know, I maybe splurge and have 1 a week or something like that. Almond milk. I'm not doing too much lactose quite as much anymore. The freezer, we got Bubba Burgers, we've got frozen blueberries. I bought these. These are kind of funny. Sucker for marketing, I tell you. I like quinoa. Why wouldn't I like dark chocolate quinoa? And so I bought it. It was on sale, which now that I'm thinking about it, quinoa is not something that tastes really good. It's good for you, so I'm not quite sure. I bet you this one is going to be better. We've got the Madness sale at Whole Foods, extreme value. We've got the Pro Ice. This is kind of cool. It goes around your foot. Although we're kind of in a little bit of a debacle here, wondering if icing is really the best thing to do for acute injury. We're thinking that the voodoo bands and compression and that sort of thing might be a little better. So as we make our way over here, we've got the chin-up bar, and I don't think that this thing is gonna break. We've had it happen before, but that's the chin-up bar, and this is kind of cool. This is a when I was in Northern Iowa a couple years ago, we one night we wrote out everything that Ultimate means to us, and that was kind of cool. That was me and Cam out one night hanging out after a Frisbee tournament. And if you guys see these shoes, lots of cool shoes here. We should do a whole video on shoes, but just got these the other day. I call these the Marquettes because they're inspired by Josh Cricket Marquette. That's his style. The Vibrams or the Adapures, I haven't been wearing these too much because I've got this junky Achilles and it kind of makes my heel closer to the ground, so it isn't really good for me right now. These are okay if you're going to do distance running. Like, the only way I'd ever run a mile is if I'm going to wear something like these, because unless I'm going to start working on the pose method of running, which is something for next year. Digging these shoes because they match the Boston Ultimate. This is probably my favorite pair of shoes of all time, the Ruse. I've had these since high school. They actually have a pocket where you can keep your driver's license, see if anything's in there. Nothing's in there. But I lost other shoes, but I'm going to keep it because these shoes have gone a long way with me. And then the bathroom is kind of cool. The beach and the mountains are super big constituents in my life. And when I saw this at the dollar store, it was like $8. I was like, gotta have it, so I could think about the ocean and seashells. This is what I look at sometimes when we're sitting down over there. This is actually a map of Colorado, and I spent a summer in Colorado working on how many 14ers can we get up in one summer. We got up 7. Me and my buddy Stan, we got up 7 14ers, and I'd like to get up all of them in my lifetime. That's one of my goals, and that's what that's why I look at this. I think probably one of my favorite places in the world is down here. It's called Yankee Boy Basin, just on the base of Mount Sneffels. So if you guys are ever looking for a really cool kind of four-wheeling journey, go out to Ouray and check out Yankee Boy Basin. So that's the crib, and we hope you guys enjoy it. And let me know what you think. Make sure you leave some comments, and big thanks to Chuck for filming the cribs episode. And we'll talk to you guys soon.